Now, of course, the first two methods deal with the product lines, the allocation at the split off. But we have a third method that will look at what's known as the net realizable value. So while it may be informative to see where things were from the initial production process, what we need to do is figure out, well, what are the ultimate goods that result from this production process. So there may be what's known as further processing. Now you might recall this from managerial accounting where you do sell as is or process further. And so what we would do is we would determine, is it worthwhile to process further? So what we need to do is compare the incremental benefit, that is increase in revenue, with the separable processing cost for each product line. So what we need to determine is it worth our while to process further? So for instance, if the increase in revenue for product line A, well, it better be an increase in revenue, because if we process further, we will incur additional costs. So is it worth our while or not? And this is a matter that we need to address there. So ultimately, we do that for each of these different products. And what we will likely see is that for some products, in some cases, we will have some of the product lines where it's profitable to process further, whereas others it is not profitable. And so, usually you'll see like one or two where it's profitable to process further, and the other one where it's not. And so whatever our net realizable value then would be, so our NRV, or net realizable value, would be our ultimate sales value minus separable processing cost, if applicable. So if it's not profitable for us to process further, our net realizable value here will be, so our ultimate sales value equals sales value at split off if we do not process further. Otherwise, it is the sales value after further processing. So in the next video, what we'll do is work through another example where we examine this more fully.